Hello everyone, Galore again. Hey, it's a really hot morning and it's windy, and we got Cincinnati Eastern Railroad rock train coming. It's an empty train. It's going to be coming from that way. I'm in downtown Mount Orab, so we're going to get one here eastbound. I don't get that many eastbound ones. We're going to chase it for a little ways, and we might even get one going the other way. We'll see what happens, because I know yesterday there was one out on the east end of the line, and they'll be going west with a load. So let's see if we can get two of them in one day. Let's see what happens here. Start the video, son. Downtown Mount Orab with an eastbound train. All right, here comes the train. The conductor's down there at the crossing shanty, and there's another railroad employee too. So they're just now activating the crossing gates and lights. And we should have the NW locomotive.
Lights and gates, here we go.
Lights and gates, here we go. Should have that NWSD 40-2 on there. This will be really cool. Now there's three other locomotives on the east end of the line right now. The other two SD 40-2s in the switcher. Here we go. This train is going to the quarry all the way at the east end of the line at Mount Zion, or Plum Run. Head to the Plum Run. Saw the gates just go up down there. They've got 5 locomotives that are operational. So there's 3 on the east end of the line right now. Got one on this train. That leaves the B23-7. I'm not sure where it's at. It's on the west end somewhere though. All right, there they go. That was pretty cool. And it's going to be hot today, so I'm going to stay in the shade. Just going past the old the Trinity switch. It's on the left. They took that switch out 6-7 years ago, something like that. It's been a while. So over here is where they used to make railroad cars. It's called Powhatan Place now. And they manufacture truck trailers there today. All right, let's go get the train again. Here we go. But wait, there's more. There always is. Hey, I'm on Sicily Road right now. Sicily Road between Mount Orab and Sardinia. We're going to catch it going over this bridge right here. That's cool, running long hood forward. An old Norfolk and Western locomotive. And it really is a Norfolk and Western locomotive. It's probably around this line here before. This is its home rails. So I can hear it coming from this direction, eastbound. It'll be here in just a few minutes. Cool. That was a shave and a haircut. There she goes. Let's go up to Sardinia now. Get up in Sardinia somewhere. It is really humid out. It's not that it's all that hot, it's just really humid. It's supposed to get up in the 90s today, I think 95. All right, here we go. But wait, there's more. Of course, there always is. I'm on Corboy Road. This is milepost 46. Now, I started at milepost 41 in Mount Orab. So we are now at milepost 46, and I'm finna get the train here.
Quit doing that. Get out of here, boy.
Sorry, that was a new word. I just learned that on YouTube. Finna. Anyways, they'll be coming from that direction. All right, these gates gonna kick on at any time. Train is almost in sight. There you go. That was for the gate lovers. And there goes the train around that sweeping curve. Okay, I'm just outside of Sardinia, so we're going to head up towards Sardinia now. I don't think I can beat the train there because we're almost there. Now this line has 69 route miles. That's what they lease. They lease 69 route miles. That doesn't count the sidings and spurs and all that stuff. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm in Sardinia right now. Here comes the train at the Railroad Wye. Look at those old locomotives. There's the new crossing gates. There's the old GEB36-7 units. They won't be running anymore. That's a pretty cool shot there. Look at all the Americana in this shot. If that doesn't represent America, I don't know what does. I'm in Sardinia, Ohio. Now the police are off the force right now. They haven't had any police on the force for a few months. They've got some kind of drama going on. I don't really know what it is, but they're not fired, but they're not allowed to work. So I don't really know what that means. I saw that on the news. Let's see the gates. There they go. For the crossing gate lovers. All right, that was pretty cool. Sardinia at the Y. I'm at the east leg of the Y right here. And they're still working on the Y tracks because eventually they're gonna have this restored where they can turn locomotives around. See, they're still working on it here. It's not connected completely. And they've got a bunch of brush that's got to go. There's the west leg of the Y over there. All right, here we go. Okay, check where I'm at now, folks. I'm between Macon and Sardinia. I'm at the old abandoned church right here. See that? It's actually a church. Now there's a railroad crossing right behind it, right there. The sign got knocked down. There used to be a sign. A tractor or something probably hit it. So the train's gonna be coming through these trees at any time. Okay, I'm hearing them. Just a little bit difficult to see with the trees. Notching up a little bit. Running long hood forward. That just means the locomotive is running backwards. So the engineer's on the other side. The engineer is always on the right hand side of the train. It's opposite of the way you drive the car. So you'll see an F on the train. That means front. That's the front of the train. When you see that F, the engineer will be on the right hand side on that end of the train. Now some trains do have dual control panels. I'm not really going to talk about that though. And there she goes. Got a flag on the back. There's the poor church. It's seen better days. All right, we're gonna go to Macon. There's the Batmobile. Poor church. Feel kind of bad for it. Okay, I'm in downtown Macon, Ohio right now, Route 62. There's Sardinia Concrete. Huh, I just saw them. And we got the train coming. And we've got some other rail fans over here too. This is a good spot. This is the place to be. There's another rail fan here, and they stayed at the Brakeman's Cottage in LaGrange, and they saw my name in the guest book. That is a great place to stay too. You can watch trains go by. You're only like 10 feet from the tracks. Street running track. I'm definitely going to be going back there again soon. LaGrange, the Brakeman's Cottage. Definitely recommend it. There she goes. Let's check the gates out. Gates are working properly. All right, thanks for watching. I am in Winchester. Here's a train. Winchester. There's the spur for the grain elevator. About a month ago, there was a really bad fire right there. I heard it on my scanner. This house burnt completely down. See that? There's a burned up car and everything in there. I heard it come over on my scanner. They called Mount Orab Fire Department for assist. And the grain spur is right there. There's 4 cars sitting off. I think those might be empties. I'm not sure. I didn't look at them. The grain elevator's got their own locomotive. I think it's the SW9. It's a little switcher engine. It's in a bunch of my videos. There they go. Mount Zion's the next stop. Those cars might have been set off the last time the eastbound train went through. I think there was one through yesterday, had some grain cars. So those are probably just sitting there waiting for the grain elevator to pick them up. All right, here we go. I am now at Mount Zion. This is where we got 2 tracks. And I hear them on the radio. There might be a train meet going on here. right, there you go, Mount Zion. Now Winchester is milepost 57, so we are somewhere around milepost 59 right now, somewhere in that area, give or take a mile. And I heard them on the radio talking. There's another train coming this way, a loaded rock train. I think they're going to pass here. Don't know where the best spot to film this is. Got that one. Let's see what the other one does. And this is where the school buses park. That used to be Baxlow's tractor, and they relocated out by 32. So now the schools park their buses there. Baxlow Road, Mount Zion. But wait, there's more. Hey, let's have a look at the rail. We haven't done that yet. 132 pounds per yard. Made by Carnegie, USA, 1955, March. Wow, that's pretty good. Look at that, 1955 for this section. Okay, I changed locations. I'm at Tri-County Highway, just east of Mount Zion, at the east end of Mount Zion, and the train stopped right there. The eastbound train stopped on the main. So there's a loaded rock train coming from behind me going westbound, and they're going to take that siding. So they're going to have to switch the track, let the train go around, then that empty train will continue on. So we got some big time railroad action going on here right now. I think they're getting ready to switch the track down there. I believe that's the engineer standing by the switch way down there. I can just barely see him. I think they're getting ready to switch the track. We'll see in a minute. All right, let's see. I think he's getting ready to switch the track. Yeah, there you go. I could just barely see it go from white to red on the metal flag. So it's now aligned for the siding. And the engineer is going to go back, get on his train, wait for this other train to pass. Then after it passes, obviously, he'll have to switch that track back. Big time railroading action at the east end of Mount Zion, Ohio. All right, here comes the train. Whew, it is hot. Humidity is really bad. One of the motors died on them. I think it's the first one, 2758. Should have a little switcher on the back, I believe. That's a lot of rock. Look at that. We got two trains passing right here. See if you can see it. Man, is it ever hot. The humidity is the really bad part. Alright, so that train's just about into the siding. Then the other train will come out. Let's switch that track. That'll take the engineer a few minutes to walk down to there. There you go, two trains passing on the Cincinnati Eastern Railroad. All the way out here, that's pretty rare. Mount Zion.
Good on the roll by there, 2758. Good on that roll by, likewise 6162. Appreciate it.
There you go. They both inspect each other's train. So in a few minutes, that train there will be coming by. So, thanks for watching.
You can let me know when you get all restarted there. You want me to send you this new warrant here, or you want to copy it? I can copy it, I got a book. Give me a second, I'm holding up for these crossovers for a little motor maintenance. Understood.
Alright, let's see what happens next.
Hello, Dougie, over.
Alright, there's the engineer getting ready to switch the track back for the main. I just realized something. The little switcher wasn't on that train. So it's out on the east end somewhere. I thought that train was going to have all three of those locomotives on it. Alright, there you go. You switched the track. Got it lined up for the main. So then that train will be coming through here pretty soon. I think he's got to get a track warrant. I think that's what they were saying. Alright, here comes the other train. Check out the crossing here real quick. Lights are flashing. Two trains in a row right here. Two trains in a row. Over here at the east end of Mount Zion, just outside of Seaman, Ohio. That's pretty rare, isn't it? Not sure when that happened last. That was pretty cool. So I got this eastbound train on this side of the crossing. I was on the other side for the westbound. Alright, we're going to move on up the track, and I guess we'll get this train again somewhere. Here we go. We're now in Seaman. Let's see what kind of shot we can get here. Hear that? Here it comes. Alrighty, there you go. I'm trying to figure out which train I want to chase. Usually I like to chase the loaded trains. They're more interesting, especially when you got 2 engines on it. But I like that NW engine, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. You'll know in just a second. Those first 2 Johns that are orange, those have railroad ties in them.